They called me fag. Now I'm the one with the bag. They called me bitch. Now look who famous and rich. They threw their stones, and now they begging for loans. They threw their sticks, and now they riding my dick. They called me fag. Now I'm the one with the bag. They called me bitch. Now look who famous and rich. They threw their stones, and now they begging for loans. They threw their sticks, and now they riding my dick. Woo. They called me sissy, they called me prissy, they call me missy when I'm strutting with the limpy wristy. My haters busy, throwing a hissy, no pot to pissy while I chilly with my millie on the Forbes listy. Breakfast at Tiffy, they ass kissy, they washy wishy boo boo kitty with they bullshit tell them they can miss me. My haters dizzy, my money Disney, McGuire Lizzie, so don't roll up to my Izzy, I'm through like a frisbee. They called me fag, now I'm the one with the bag. They called me bitch, now look who famous and rich. They threw their stones, and now they begging for loans. They threw their sticks.
Soon, IMO is reached by Finnish and German soldiers.
All right. Hello, everybody. This is Johnny TV. It's Tuesday night. It is 6 p.m. Hello, Ace's mama, everybody in the house, Matt Lingo, Homegrown Cowboy, Debbie 8, Debbie Holiday, how you doing? Dale C, what's up, Uso? And everybody else coming in, how's everybody doing tonight? I'm feeling good. And hey, Carol H, how are you doing, babe? And we're just going to be talking about why people have to be so fucking nasty about so what if I'm gay, and so what if PZ's gay, and so what if who cares if we're gay or not gay? Okay, I mean, if people just have nothing else to do in their time, just to go over there and make nasty comments in my chat room, I don't even want you here. If you're going to make nasty comments in my chat, I don't want you here. And I know it wasn't Bob Farrell. And you know what? And Bob Farrell, I know it wasn't you. It was somebody that was acting like you that did it. So that's where I stand with that. I was so pissed off about that. Somebody using Bob Farrell's name, homegrown, and I'm Dill C says I'm a lesbian, Johnny. You know, grow up, people. It's time to grow up. It's time to fucking grow up. My mods should not have to work double hard over here when my show's not even going on, when people are trying to get my channel struck down, homegrown, and it was somebody that was acting like Bob Farrell.
Mm-hmm.
And someone came in my chat room, was making nasty comments about me and PZ. I mean, I got them right here. I can read them off to you if you want me to read them off to you. But
yeah, go ahead.
But it was like they were calling me a chomo and calling me a chomo. Me and PZ should be dead and all that kind of shit.
That's hardcore.
Yeah.
I don't know who. I don't know who would do something like that, but then again, I'm not surprised. I mean, it would definitely have to be a hater. It's just, I'm like you. It's just shocking how, you know, when we're in elementary school, we were taught to be mature, and they groomed us to be ready for the next level in life, to treat people with respect,
Right.
So, here, here we go, on YouTube. It is YouTube, okay? But I really think that some of these people use YouTube as a therapy. I really do. And it doesn't always work,
Hello, Katie. She says, hello, fuckers.
Oh, I haven't been watching chat here. Hello, Louise.
Debbie Holiday's in the house. I won't be much in chat, but I'll be here listening. Okay. I agree, Homegrown, she said. Everybody say they agree. Homegrown. So, Homegrown, how you doing, Homegrown?
Oh, shit.
Hey,
I had
William.
a good day.
How was your day?
Huh?
How was your day?
I had a good day. It was a very good day. We're just we're getting set up and stuff for the big plane to come in. And, there's no stress at work right now. It's great, but it's going to start hopping here pretty quick. I don't know if y'all know, but the Qatar plane that Trump got, that's the plane that we're going to be working on here. Got to get it done by the fall. And
yeah, they're going to be the one working on it.
It's sitting down in San Antonio right now. So
it's sitting in San Antonio right now.
Uh-huh. So we have that to look forward to, and we're just trying to brush up on stuff. I got home and loaded up the riding lawnmower on my trailer. I'm gonna leave to go to work in it. When I get done with work, I can take my trailer to work. It's pretty cool. Got a big, huge fucking parking lot. So when I get done with that, I'm gonna stay over at my mom's tomorrow night, and then cut her yard when I get home from work. So, are you going to be on tomorrow night, or you going to take the night off?
What's tomorrow? Wednesday night? Wednesday, Angel Gotti comes on.
Okay. Got you. Yeah, on my feed, Johnny, it said Cut and Shoot had a new video out, and I went and looked at it. I had to get past all the music. She's kind of like you. She plays music in the beginning forever. She had like 15 minutes of music, with her intro.
Is it bad?
What's that, the intro?
No, her show.
Oh, her show? I don't think it was bad. I think that she wanted to get more resolved. I don't think that there was really enough that was brought up. People in chat were, expressing their emotions and feelings and stuff, but
hi, Leanne.
Nobody wanted to go up on panel. So, and Cut and Shoot said that she felt like that that was the reason why she had wanted to start a show, so that certain people could get up on panel and talk about stuff. So. I don't whether she got something accomplished or not. It's it's a possibility. But I can't read her mind. I don't know. I don't talk to her, but
yeah,
I
sticking up for everything Shelly Ray's doing.
I heard something about Shelly Ray.
Hey, Shannon. PZ said that American Honey is sticking up for Shelly Ray.
Well, I'm not surprised about that. If I've just learned that. I met American Honey on your channel. Okay.
Yeah.
And she was the sweetest, kindest girl. Just super, super sweet.
She's not that way no more.
Yeah, she changed.
Well, if she doesn't like the direction you're going, or who you're hanging out with, or whatever, she could be a little firecracker. So as far as I'm concerned, her and Chalet are two peas in the pod. they're, that they can be vicious.
Like Ace's mama says, keyword was.
Yeah, that's true, Aces.
Johnny, your background and thumbnails are kicking ass. Thank you, Noodle Salad.
Hello, Noodle Salad. Dale, Matt Lingo, I saw you earlier. Hey, Shannon. Leanne, hello. Yeah, Luis, I had a good day. But
Rainbow coming in at 99 cents. Thank you, Rainbow, for the 99 cents. Thank you, Rainbow Melon. That's sweet of you. Thank you so much.
Hope Laura's been well, Dale.
Barbara Buffalo's in the house. Hey, Barbara Buffalo.
Yeah, there's Jesse. Hello,
Jesse Roth in the house. Hey, Jesse Roth.
But it sounded like a lot of that chat was about Twin Mama, and some of it was about Chalet. And I mean, I know how Chalet is. She's not apologetic. She makes a mistake or whatever, she won't apologize. I don't know why, but I mean, if I make a mistake, I'm gonna own up to it. I've said it before. All she had to do was, say, I apologize for the way I acted. We could just let it go right on. No big deal. But I don't think it's in her. I don't think it's her style to apologize. I think that she feeds off of emotions and adrenaline. I really do. And a lot of people come up on panel. They have the reasons why they do come up here. I think Chalet came up to YouTube because she wanted to show her talents, and she is a talented person.
Hold on, homegrown noodle salad. What do you mean, noodle salad? I don't know how. I don't know you had a membership, Johnny. Oh yeah, I have a membership for my own channel. Yeah, I have a membership for my own channel, just to be different. Ooh, I'm wondering if this is the real Mr. X. Xavier.
So, but anyways,
yeah, that's me.
Okay,
hey X, how you doing, man?
Hey, let's go jump in here. But go ahead.
Yeah, the lady does have talent. She does. Let's give her credit where credit's due. But you got to have the personality. You got to have, sensitivity toward, about you, in order to, get people to watch you and stuff. What do you got? Oh, you got the bright light thing going on. Okay. That's cool.
This is for Shelly Ray. This is how much she made last year.
No. That's not what it's about. But you can tell them that story. No, it's not. It's not.
Oh, okay.
But you can tell them about that.
She won the lottery last year, Mr. X.
Oh.
She did.
Yeah, she won the lottery for how much, PZ?
Almost $40,000.
Almost $40,000 she won.
Hell yeah. Damn. I bet it was one of those $50 scratch offs.
Could you imagine? You mentioned Shelly Ray's talented. Maybe she is, maybe she isn't. That's for others to decide, not me.
Right.
But could you imagine if Variety covered her? If Hollywood Reporter did an article on something she had releasing? How much talent does she really have? What good is talent if you don't use it and you're sitting on panel drunk all the time? I'm just asking questions.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hypocrisy here. Like, I give you an example. Standing on business with Eric Foss, but yet in his photograph, he's kneeling down like he's a hands and knees cocksucker. I mean, I don't understand it.
I missed that one. Yeah, I must have missed that one. That's funny though. But
I mean, look, you've seen the photos of it. And here's the thing. He talks about, this is sent to me today, he's on the OTT and he had 2 accounts. and we're stalking him. First of all, I've never struck Eric Foss in my life, at least not that I could recall.
Mhm.
So he's willing. He's talking about stalking, but he's willing to pay $60 a month. One of which we terminated him. It's $30 to $60 a month to watch us. Isn't that stalking? Here's how I watch Eric Foss. Somebody says, "Hey, Mr. X, Eric Foss talked about you guys at this timestamp," or I take his closed captioning and I look at when he says Jim Terry.
Mhm.
That's it.
That's it.
That's really it. So I really don't have a problem with the guy. I don't like drug dealers, but I just think it's funny that he's standing on business and here he is squatting down, being ridiculous.
Now, when was this? Was this on a video or is that a picture or what?
Well, it's like his avatar, so it's like
Okay.
standing on business, but he's not standing up and, flexing or anything. He's literally squatting down.
Yeah.
You got to be kidding me. But, he's done us a service, though. He's done it indirectly for whatever his existence is. He's done us a backdoor service. And that's destroying whatever his karma or mantra or aura is destruction. He destroyed that Fumble Nuts group without even really trying. I don't even know if he knew what he was doing it. So good for him, I guess.
Well, I don't know if it was a coincidence when he popped up that they were, having their problems, or if there was actually a problem before he popped up.
Well, whatever it is, let's just say you're right, and there was already issues going on. Because I believe you if you say that there's issues going on. Because who could get along with somebody like Fumble Nuts? I mean, his own family members didn't get along with him. So if let's just say there was issues leading up to it, which is maybe he definitely put it over the top or added to it in some way.
Yeah.
So
it
I
takes
don't
a
know.
certain grade to put up with, with what he does.
I just think it's whatever he can say about, obviously he doesn't like gay people. And when I say hands and knees cocksucker, I'm just quoting Jim and just trying to be funny and all that stuff. But, he's obviously got a problem with gay people. He's definitely homophobic. I heard that on the phone with him. And, whatever, he could go do whatever he wants to go do. I personally don't have a problem with anybody like that, but I got a problem with drug dealers. I don't like it at all. Because not only are you hurting somebody who might not be able to help themselves or in a tough spot, but you're hurting their family and friends around them too, people who care about them who can't do anything about it. That shit affects entire families. There was a big news story that came out of Vegas about a former adult star named Faye Reagan. And she just went missing, been on drugs for the last number of years. And, she was a big star at one point. I mean, it just destroys lives. Somebody's got to sell it to them. It's bad news. I think that the drug dealing should be, here's how you get rid of drugs. Drug dealers are hung. It's over.
Yeah. Or
I guarantee if you publicly hung drug dealers, I guarantee you the homelessness issue would be quelled real quick.
I'm sure you're right. It seems like we're glorifying the people that do drugs. Like I noticed something that Cut and Shoot said today, and it raised an eyebrow. She said that people who do drugs, it's a disease, and which is correct. It is a disease, but it's still a choice. If you go out one night and the guy's got cocaine laid out on his table and stuff, and you do it and everything, if you can't tell right then that, that's pretty much an addiction, I better stay away from it after you do it, then that's a choice. Okay? Because you're not going to immediately just keep doing it for the next 365 days every day. You're going to have a break in there. You're going to have a little bit of sobriety within yourself. But if you do go back to it, It's a choice. It's
I
still
want to cut you off right there for a minute, homegrown.
yeah.
You are right. It is a choice to use drugs, and it's nobody else's fault that you're using drugs. For the 6 years I have been clean, it has been a struggle for me to look at other people, say some of my friends that still do drugs and stay away from it. And I have stayed away from it. But now because now I'm paying for it. Now I'm paying for all the complications, the applications for it. Like my teeth are hurting, my mouth hurts, and stuff like that. But I'm going to get my teeth fixed pretty soon. So all my teeth is. So I'm not going to have no more teeth. I'm going to have my teeth removed and fixed and looking more like a young man. Look like more of a young man than instead of a fucking bum all the time. You know what I mean?
I hear you. Well,
I don't think anybody can look down upon anybody who, hey, I went through this and now I'm getting better. You know, that's one thing. To my knowledge, you weren't a drug dealer, but I look at it like this because I'm an '80s kid, probably like Johnny to an extent, and I think the pendulum swings one way or another. And let me explain what I mean. In the '80s, if you remember Nancy Reagan, if you were taking drugs, you were the bad guy. Remember, they were arresting all those black people for crack, and they were pulling them out of houses, and the druggies were the bad guys. And then that was the one way. Then they said, well, that's not fair to people who have addictions. Then it swung the other way, and now they're like, we need to have more mental health and this and that, and it's this person's fault. Now, so I've seen it go one way and the other, but nobody's ever said, what about the drug dealer? Maybe Trump said that. What about the drug dealer? That's the bad guy.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, and I've said this to Eric Foss on the phone directly to him. Why didn't you get a fucking job instead of dealing drugs? You know how many people you hurt?
Yeah.
Well, just saying.
That's what I've heard many of them, Hispanics. I asked them, I said, you guys are killing people. You guys, if you get caught, you're going to have to do the time. We need to get rid of the cartels, blah, 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 blah. And every time they're programmed to say, you guys are the ones with the appetite. And here we go again. We're just doing one circle, So, they think it's okay to make money off of our appetite, which is an addiction. And that's, they've got to make a choice. If you can't see all the bullshit that people have been through and hear all the horror stories, why the fuck would you do that to yourself? It makes zero sense.
Right.
I've got too many habits as it is. I got these damn cigarettes, and I got, beer. I'm functional. I mean,
Well, you got a job and there's things you're going on in life, but and this could go to gambling too. I've said this about gambling where, if you've been to Vegas, you see that there's a giant lake in front of the Bellagio, and that giant lake was built in a fucking desert because people lost money and they had the advantage. And, you could smoke or drink or gamble or have your recreation, whatever it is. But if you can't control yourself, that's where the problem lies.
Exactly.
And I know that I've seen this with the homelessness in LA. That, you say, well, would they have family? Why not their family? Their family's given up on them.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like Watcher Crazy's given up on her son. It's like that, like, hey, we don't want him here. Then they just end up in the street. So it's a rough situation. The beginning part of that, the head of the snake, is the drug dealer. You could say cartels and this and that with all that they're going to continue to be capitalist. They're a third world country. They're going to try to make money. You're not going to stop them, but you could stop Americans. And the way to do it is if you're a drug dealer, this is what's going to happen to you.
Yeah. Well, you got these country boys too that are, cooking up the meth and everything. They're part of the problem too. So, that's just, you got to get them. They're the ones making it. So that's how Eric was trying to charm all the ladies with what he had accomplished in life at all. It did seem like he was he does, I'm a Southern guy, okay? And I'm not trying to knock on Northern people or anything, but from my point of view, it seems like a lot of people, and I know that they don't mean to come across this way, but it sounds like, they're real grandiose about themselves. They talk about themselves a lot or whatever. Maybe I seem the same way to them, but Eric, he does seem like he's full of himself. He really does. I don't mean that in an ugly way, but he does come across as, I did this and I did that. Maybe he just likes explaining his life experience to people.
I'll tell you something else about Edward Fawcett. He said, I'm trying to keep it protected from the wind, about people chatting or not chatting on the OTT. Let me explain to you like this, because you don't really know what you're talking about. I have Peacock, okay? The NBC app, which has WWE. I only really watch WWE on it.
Yeah.
And there's a show they've been promoting with this lady with red hair called Poker Face. Man, they've been putting a shitload of money. It's in season 2. Poker Face. It's everywhere. Girl's got a lot of personality. She used to be like a YouTuber or some kind of streamer. I've never watched that show. I've never watched one episode of it. I know what it is. I've seen all the advertisements from it. That's not indicative of how many people have Peacock. I have Peacock. I've had Peacock, and I didn't watch for 2 months. Anything.
Yeah.
Hello.
So that's not necessarily true. And what does he know about this? I've been doing an OTT, getting close to over 2 years now, maybe more than that. I've been getting close to 3. And I think I know a little bit more about it than he does. There's people, and they've said it the other day on my show, that they only watch me, not because I'm better or anything, because it's at night and they work during the day.
Yeah.
So, and there's people who watch it on replay. There's people who don't chat, and I think that this is the bigger version of it. Like a perfect example is, let me give you a perfect all-around example. I always talk about Amanda from Australia. She's in Australia. She doesn't chat. She has a job. Whatever day it is, she's one day removed. So if it's Monday, it's Tuesday. If it's Friday, it's Saturday for her. And she probably don't want to get in the drama or the bullshit. So there's she'll come in there and say hello, but she's not continuously chatting. That chatting world that used to exist in 2020 up till about 2022 is kind of dead. And why would you chat? Where if you could say something wrong, somebody could dox you. Or somebody like Jim, if you attack somebody like Jim, he's on the phone with your fucking nephew who hated you. Why would you chat? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, of course, people aren't going to do that. If anybody who's specifically not going to do that, it would be to Jim.
Right.
But I watch a lot of these wrestling podcasts too. Eric Bischoff, Cafe Dupree, a lot of them. And they have 250, 300 people maybe watching them live, and barely anybody's chatting. I mean, so that's it. That's like they have Angel Gotti numbers, and these guys were, headliners for WWE 10, 15 years ago, and nobody's chatting. I mean, so it's not necessary. The only people I see chatting in this streaming world now is when there are live streams. Because I watch a lot of different, obviously content, live streams of slot machines, live slot play. I believe they want to chat because they want to get money. You know what I mean? Or be in that community where there's people are doing $1,200 spins. So that there's a lot of excitement in that world and people chatting that. That's really the only one. Maybe when they do the car chases, like the LA car chases, that's about it. So, I don't think he knows what he's talking about. I know he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Hey, Mr. X, did you ever get your ladder, Mr. X?
Not yet. I haven't gotten it yet. I'm not going up there for another week or 2 weeks actually. It's just something I was talking about to kind of gripe about. I'll find one. I know there's one guy up in Palmdale that's got like 10 of them on the side of his house. Probably stole them. And I'll just, everything's cheaper up there. But the big reason I need it is they have a thing they have a fan that goes in and out, so it kind of keeps the solar powered fan, and you have to put the solar panel on the roof.
Are you going to put a solar panel? You gonna put a solar panel on the top of your roof?
On the roof of it, yeah. But it's only like 15 or 20 watts, but it gets that fan that lets, air in and out of it. So that's why I wanted to get it. And I think it would just be good to have, but I was kind of more gripey just to kind of be silly about it. I didn't know how expensive ladders were, but I haven't gotten one yet. When it's time, I'll find one. If there's not, then I'll just get one when I go up there.
Well, because I was gonna say if you need to borrow a ladder, we got one you could borrow.
No, it's okay. I mean, because by the time I were to come down there, or you were to come up here, I might as well buy one. You know what I mean? Plus, we're talking about.
Paul,
I'd like to get
rent one too. Paul, so you can rent one at Home Depot.
Yeah, you could. I looked. I'm renting one of those vans at Home Depot. There's like a panel van.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm going to rent it on Friday. Then I'm going to do XNN Friday night, and then fill it up that later after XNN. And then in the morning at like 7 a.m., go up there and try to have it back at like 4:30. But see, when I get that van, now I can get a bigger ladder. Like right now, I don't even know if I could fit an 8-foot ladder in my car. So it's like it's not the right time yet. If I found something, I found something. I don't want to strap anything to the roof or anything, but it's just more or less. It was kind of gave me something to gripe about, and it led into that story where that guy was shit talking me, and I shit talked him back. So that's why I brought it up. It's not that big of a deal, though. I appreciate it, though.
How big of a ladder do you need?
I'm thinking at least 8 foot. I mean, I could do it with a 6 foot, but then I'd have to kind of jump up. But now I'm seeing that the solar panel requires drilling into and taking out a little piece of the container. And I forget what that's called, a little drill or saw that drills into metal like that. They got cheap ones at Harbor Freight, but I don't know how. I've never done that before either, so I have to learn how to do that. I thought it attached to the shipping container little vent, but actually you got to put a little hole in it. So that's why there's another reason for no rush for a ladder, because I got to get that drill too.
Yeah.
Or saw or whatever you want to call it.
Well, you would just use a drill, get what's called a unibit. That's a whole lot easier. I mean, you're going into metal, right?
Yeah, it looks like almost like a handsaw. It's like a circular blade that I've seen them at Harbor Freight, and you put out how big it is, you just put the square in and you just saw it out, then you take it where you kind of smooth it out, and then there's some adhesive, but I'd want to put it real high. That way nobody can rip it out or look into it. Like it's going to be, I guess it could be more difficult.
So you don't have to drill any holes?
No holes, nope. And then the solar panel on the roof is attached with adhesive. But there is a hole that's drilled in like a square that goes in the shipping container. But we'll see. I just don't want to put all my stuff out there, then all of a sudden it gets moldy. Even though it's a desert, it shouldn't happen that way, but that's what I've heard does happen. But I think if stuff's out there for a couple months, it's not going to get damaged.
Well, I have to see what you're talking about, but
so always little steps to take, and first step is just to kind of get everything set up, which is where I'm at right now.
Grenade.
Oh, grenade, boom.
Hey, Jim.
I've been being very bad tonight.
Uh-oh.
Why?
What's up, William?
Mr. X, currently in a StreamYard is a little gift for you.
Okay, yeah, I saw you called a couple minutes ago, but I was over here.
Here's what I'd like you to do, Mr. X. I'd like you to go into StreamYard right now. It's about 3 minutes. Watch it, then come back up and tell everybody how good it is, but don't tell them what it is. Don't tell them what happens. But I had to do a little prank tonight, and I was able to get it on StreamYard before it was taken down. And
who did you prank? Todd Corbin?
No, I think he's done with us. No, this was on another show tonight. Go check it out, Mr. X. Come back to me what you think.
And what are you going to save this for? You going to save it for the OTT or what?
Oh, yeah. You can't put this on YouTube. You'll get shut down. This is pretty brutal.
It's that bad, huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Oh, yeah. What's been going on, Homegrown Cowboy? Any news?
Yeah. Cut shoot had a little powwow session that really didn't mature. She was wanting some people to come up and
Well,
talk
you know what?
about
I don't understand what's going on because those three women, Danielle, Twin Mama, and Betty Hayward, were all supposed to do a show together. Did you see
I'm
this,
back.
Rex?
I don't have StreamYard hooked up on this phone, so I don't have the avatar.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll talk about it later. I don't want to ruin it, but it's definitely a hardcore prank. It's good.
Okay.
So here's the deal.
I asked him today, but I haven't got a response yet.
Hold on.
Hey,
Let me get
Jim.
right back. I'll be right back, Mr. X.
Okay.
Yep, there goes that. But Chalet, she had a show too, and I wasn't able to watch all of it. So see what was going on there.
Yeah, there's been a lot of talk about this Chalet lady recently, and her going after Belle V. I mean, I don't even know what her channel is.
What's her name? Filet?
Hey, what's her
Chalet.
name? What's the name of her channel, Paul?
Who's?
Chalet.
Oh, it's
Oh, Chalet. Okay, yeah.
I got a message from Betty. I did. Hold on. I asked them why they haven't started their show yet, but she didn't answer me about that. She's talking to me about showing.
So let me get this straight. Fumble and Ruben are not talking. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Or is that something that I'm dreaming up?
I don't think. Go ahead, Mr. X.
I was going to say, I don't think so either. I don't have any detailed knowledge of anything, but what I'm seeing is if Betty Hayward is still with Lay and Pipe, then Lay and Pipe is friends with Ruben Sanchez and, remember, low quality people and all that. And if that's the case, then they probably wanted to get away from him. So I don't know, but the only way that I could tell is when Fumble Nuts does his little videos of his friends, and we've seen how he's treated his family. Couldn't imagine how he treats his friends. But you see that he doesn't list those people, at least not that I've seen. He would show a little avatar of everybody. And there used to be a lot more people. Now there's not. So I mean, we've heard things too where Danielle wants to go on Friday nights, but because she works, I think Saturdays and Tuesdays, somebody told me.
Who's your
But
daddy?
they don't want to go against him because they don't want to start anything because they all have dirt on each other. I can tell you this. I don't know who's out there that's in Florida, but I'm willing to give a crisp $100 bill if anybody can get a photograph of Kaylee out in the world at a grocery store. I would love to see her, and it has to be verified of what the date is. I want to see what she looks like with the helmet on, because I wonder if this is one giant big diversion. I'm sure that there's some issues, but man, ain't none of them talking about Kaylee. And Watch Her Crazy during that time frame when she brought up Kaylee seemed like she knew so little about it that she allowed her to speak. And I know Watch Her Crazy well enough that if it could benefit Jim or myself or our content to have a hater that's that disabled, she would have never allowed her on the show, which leads me to believe that she didn't know. I'm just speculating here. I don't know. But, man, I'd love to see what she looks like right now. That's something none of them talk about.
Yeah. They do not bring her up at all. Yeah.
And this is one of the worst trolls that was out there. It was her. It was it was Salty Pancake's muscle. It was his muscle. It was Easterling's muscle, for whatever that's worth. And now that's done. It's just ironic that they've talked about criminals and frauds, and they said the waterheads and all this and that. She is literally a waterhead now. Like, it's not even a joke. It's like true. And criminals in this and that. You talk about Candace Howard and all that kind of stuff with her, the murder. I mean, these people have committed, what's her name, committing a crime, allegedly. Watch Her Crazy. These people have all been arrested since we've known them. Not good. And Jim and I were the bad guys because we talk.
Yeah. Yeah, I see your point. Well, they're fighting amongst themselves now, so I don't know.
Well, we did when I did the XNN Monday night yesterday. I do about 3 hours, you guys know, and then I had Shark Hitter come up, and we got to goof around with him a little bit, and then speak to Jesse Roth, who's a real nice lady. And I went 5 hours, which I rarely do. In fact, we went so long that the show just cut off because I only had it set for 5 hours. But it was interesting to compare notes. Now, it's not Jim, it's just me and them kind of one-on-one or two-on-one. So you got an Angel Gotti group, 2 people from her group, and me. And it's interesting to compare notes about what they've gone through or what they've seen versus what I've seen from my point of view. Mm-hmm. And you ever hear that stuff about parallel universes? Like there's another universe and there's another you out there right now, and there's another Mr. X, another Johnny, another PZ. It seems like the parallel universe to Jim Terry TV is Angel Gotti, and their fumble nuts is MRE. I mean, I was finding out stuff about MRE last night where he had a brother that had a wife, and this wife alleged that he did something. And somehow, after there being civil cases and all this, and granted, I'm repeating it after only hearing it once, so I don't know every ins and outs if I never looked up the court records. Somehow this guy who's always about exposing rats never had any criminal charges pressed on him. It's like fumble nuts. It's just like the same thing, you know. Wow. So it's just very odd committing crimes against family members, just
not doing any time.
Not doing any time. Like this is some alternate universe type shit. And you know, this guy fumble nuts will get online and say, well, I care about Ashley Martling and this person and mothers and this and that. And this guy will get online and say, well, I want to expose rats. But if you look at the inner workings, now I can prove the fumble nut stuff. I could show the police reports. Thank you, Betty Hayward, by the way, for that. I could show all the documentation. I don't really have that on the other guy. I didn't really even ask for it, you know? So, because they say, well, how do you know this is true? I'm like, well, here's the paperwork. Bing, 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 bing. Mm-hmm. You know, but when, you know, you start telling them about the confidential informant phone call that we got and all that kind of stuff, like they're like, wow, this is so eerily close. I mean, it's not exactly close, but it's oddly in the same world. Mm-hmm. You know,
well, there's many factors to it. You know, if it was your first offense, you know, you could have gotten probation. You know, maybe your dad knows the sheriff or the judge. You know,
right? Which is what I talked to them about Doug Hutton and his situation, and obviously he's in that scenario where his father was in the police department, a detective. Yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm. You know, so I mean, and maybe they were not guilty. But, you know, I've been around homegrown for 46 years, and I've never been accused by law enforcement. I've had YouTube haters make up lies, you know, but I've never been accused by family members or law enforcement of what these people have been accused for. Just saying.
Yeah.
It just hasn't happened to me. And it's just weird. Like, their entire purpose for being a part of it is to be a hater because they're not wanted. Nobody wants them. Their own family members don't want them. Mm-hmm. So that really tells me all I need to know. And it goes back to this, and I got to bring up this point specifically for us. I believe the cracks in the armor were in November when Fumble Nuts didn't show up. Mm-hmm. I think that was the beginning of, because if he was, I mean, if you think about that and spending 4 hours a week, 5 hours a week, making little videos, driving around talking about us, and Santa Claus is in town and you don't go and see him, what does that say about you? Yeah. And then from there, it's just a gradual downhill. I also believe that Twin Mama never, ever liked Fumble Nuts, because don't forget, or vice versa, Twin Mama was really never on their show.
Yeah.
And she never really had Fumble Nuts on her show. Forget, Fumble Nuts threatened to kill Twin Mama's family. I have the recording of it. You know, so they might mutually dislike Jim more, but I'm sure that sting, you don't forget that if you're Twin Mama.
Yeah. I have nothing against Twin Mama. I went up on her panel that one time, and all it took was one person to get me kicked off. So, or maybe there was two.
Hi, Christine.
Hello.
Who is Buster Brahms? Who is
Oh, he's a bitch.
what's the deal with him?
Who?
Buster.
Oh.
Buster Bradamus?
He's really nice when he likes you, but when he doesn't.
So, yeah, I could explain who he is. So, Buster Branimus was on, just like anybody who watches in the chat of Jim Terry TV, not really a host, kind of more of a moderator. He's a guy, there's photos of him and Ty Corbin together. He's a guy who lives in Northern California, if I'm not mistaken, in his like 60s. He's kind of like, a dad or a grandpa. He sells, I think, used military equipment, just like MRE does. He sells flags, but I don't think that Buster Branimus is selling any Nazi equipment. But so what happens is, Jim and him kind of got into it at some point, and he went elsewhere. But we believe that they started getting into it because Buster Branimus is like kind of like some of these women where he would talk to everybody off air. And what he would do is he was talking to that pretty hot lady who got busted for truancy and was in jail, JD Jenny. And I don't think Buster Branimus, his wife, knew this. So he was talking to these hot chicks. And who knows what he was talking about. Now, there was a rumor, it's unconfirmed, that he got the Betty Hayward nudes, too. I can't confirm that. There was a talk of that. Like I said, I can't confirm that. But there was, he was like one of these little old ladies, but a 60-year-old guy who was in touch with her. And I think generally my dealings with him, he was a pretty good dude. But, eventually Jim and him got into it. And he just went hater. And then he kind of went to different shows as he started fighting with all these different people.
Yeah. Well, he was one of them that wanted me off of Twin Mama's panels, the reason why I brought him up. And
and he's one of the kind of guys, too, that would try to protect the community and kind of be fatherly like that and all that. But, really, that wouldn't work with Jim. No moderator or person in the chat is going to tell Jim what to do. Jim doesn't even like me telling him what to do on his own show.
Well, I hear he likes to talk about me, though. I don't even know who the motherfucker is.
I don't think, but here's where I would give Buster Branimus. I mean, the little bit that I know about him, other than him just being a supporter of ours for probably about a year, I don't think he's a fumble nuts criminal type. In fact, there's really never been anything like that on him that I'm aware of.
Uh-huh.
I don't think he's a bad person. He's just loyal to whatever he's loyal to. And I think like a lot of these women and or men, they start talking to each other offline and they start it could be like pencil artist who spills her secrets to Danielle, or it could be a man and woman and they start flirting. And how many people have we seen hook up just in our immediate group from YouTube? I mean, I know about 5 or 6 of them.
I don't know. Maybe he feels threatened when I come around.
I don't know. Or maybe he thinks something, or just, there's this other idea. If anybody platforms Jim Terry, we don't want him over here. And, but once again, I don't think he is a horrible human being.
Yeah.
Like,
I just, I see these names around. I just don't know nothing about a lot.
Rizman, he'll be back.
Hello, Rizman.
Rizman, he's a good dude too. But I would even argue, I would say that Buster Branimus is a good guy. I don't think he's like I keep saying, he's not a terrible human being,
What?
But that's about as much as I know about him. I've never looked him up. I've never called anybody in his family. I've never spoke to him off air. I know Ty Corbin has met him in person. I've seen photos of him, and he seems to be a pretty stand-up guy. It's just, what more can you say? I mean, it's just, he's just on the anti-Jim Terry wagon because Jim found out about the JD Jenny situation, and he's married.
Oh, here's another one I want to know about. Who is Puff Muffin?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I thought that Puff Muffin was a female.
So did I.
I don't know who that is.
I learned that it's a guy.
Fight last night.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Huh.
It's a guy apparently.
And, the other thing that they say to Homegrown is they talk about, how many people we have or don't have or this or that. I mean, the simple truth of how this works is look at Angel Gotti. Look at what happened before Jim was there and look what happened after Jim was there to her memberships. I don't even know if she had a membership. So that's just a little. I understand it's different because some people you could buy 50 memberships for somebody, or $5 a piece, you could buy 10 of them. So it's a little bit different. But I mean, she got up to 600 real quick, or 500, or whatever she's at. So there's a lot of people who talk trash who kind of just don't know what they're talking about. I believe that there's more haters that have the OTT that would ever admit, because they enjoy the show. They enjoy what we're doing.
But wasn't it yesterday that Eric Foss admitted that he had a membership?
Yeah. He told us he said, well, not told us, but he said that he had 2 at one point. So he's talking about us stalking him, yet he's paying $60 a month at one point for 2 memberships to watch us.
Yeah.
Go figure. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the other thing. When they talk about me being boring, it's because they know that I don't really talk about them. I'm talking more about mountain lions and fucking Newport Beach than I talk about Eric Foss. So.
Yeah. Well.
Go ahead. Sorry, Johnny.
I want to say this for the record. Joy Perry, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, Joy.
Oh, she pop up in chat?
No, she said some hateful shit last night about me and PZ.
Oh.
She just called right in to tell everybody.
She called in right to tell everybody. So those people that live in the hood over there, and the hood of Long Beach.
Hey, Sally.
We don't even stay in the hood of Long Beach.
and no offense to her, but I mean, she lives in 29 Palms, or out there in Yucca Valley. And I mean, I've gone out there. I've been out there. I know the area very well. She lives in a trailer park in like a worse area than Ruben Sanchez lives in. That's all you need to, like, her section is worse than where Danielle lives or where Ruben Sanchez lives.
I'll tell you this from a military perspective of 29 Palms. I've never been there, but the guys, when I was in the Marines, they all told me, they said, man, I hope I don't ever go to 29 Palms. I hate that place. There's nothing there. It's dry and all this kind of shit. I mean, they were just hoping that they weren't going there. And the people that been there told me stories of how much of it is a shithole.
Well, I've driven by it. I know the area because our opening scene of Samurai Priest is in Amboy, California. So you have to go from Yucca Valley through that area by 29 Palms to get to Amboy. And the reason that's out there.
It's Yuma, Arizona, right?
No, it's in California.
Oh, it isn't? Okay.
It's like if you go north of Palm Springs and go up the Yucca Valley grade, the reason it's out there is because they test like bombs and shit out there. There's so much nothing out there that like you could test like mortars and bombs and all kinds of goofy shit, and there's nothing around there. I mean, it's the further you get into it, like, okay, Palm Springs or Morongo is at the bottom of the hill, then you go up this giant hill into like the Yucca Valley Basin, and Yucca Valley's okay. There's some nice places there. I had a buddy who owned a carpet shop up there. We did our blue car chase in Landers, which is another dry lake bed, and if you've seen the movie, you know that there's like literally you could turn around and not even see a house. Like you could do a 360 around you, there's nothing around you. Okay, it's a dry lake bed. On the opposite side of where that dry lake bed is, probably 30 or 40 miles away, is where 29 Palms is. And it's just, it's just nothing out there. And that's why they take those Marines out there in those hot areas and to test different things. And, you can get a lot done. It's very inexpensive land. So, I mean, I've had people who've lived out there say that they can hear the bombs going off. Mm-hmm. It is right on a fault line. There was a big earthquake there, the Landers earthquake back, I think, in the 90s. So, I mean, not a desirable place. Like, if you were to compare 29 Palms to that Oceanside where Camp Pendleton is, one is like paradise. Like, one's like southern Orange County and on the beach and training. I'm sure it'd be hell to go through. I mean, I think are they both Marines?
Yeah. Pendleton is where Carlsbad Beach is.
Yeah, that's a gorgeous area, and I go down there through there, going down to San Diego, and into San Diego,
right there.
Yeah, nice, but that's another area with nothing around it. It's not built up because of the base. But then you go into San Diego, the naval base. That's another gorgeous area. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you don't want to be in the middle of the desert. I mean, you could put up 29 Palms in a search engine and just look at how dry and dead it is around. There's just nothing around there. And
You mean it's
even
like Baghdad?
yes, exactly. And here's the thing: now you come down the hill, and by the way, it snows up there too. You come down that basin to where the mouth of Palm Springs is, or the Morongo, which Morongo is a big Indian reservation. They have a big casino out there. Palm Springs is gorgeous, but it could get to like 120 degrees. Now, I don't know if you know this about Palm Springs, but Palm Springs is very gay.
Okay.
It's like the gay capital now. Like all the gays from West Hollywood that had money went out there and retired out there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a different community than it was when, Sonny Bono and the Rat Packers lived out there.
I got a quiz question for Johnny. Johnny, got a quiz question for you.
Yeah.
What's the main gay part of Dallas called?
Deep Ellum.
No, it's not Deep Ellum.
Ask what's her name, Michelle.
You're from the DFW area. You can't remember.
No, I don't remember, bro.
All right. See, it's Cedar Springs. Oak Lawn, Cedar
It's
Springs.
Oaklawn.
Oaklawn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. In Houston, you have Montrose. That's the gay area down in Houston.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here you go, homegrown. So here's the hot to you.
Yeah.
The weird thing about Palm Springs is I've talked about this before is it's just like any other desert area. You could have a grocery store, and then behind the grocery store is just like nothing for miles. It's just very odd. It's like a town that was just plopped down in the middle of nowhere. But it's really nice though. It's like a resort area, a lot of golf courses.
I've heard about Palm Springs. Yeah. Now I stayed in San Diego at Balboa Hospital, and
Sure.
we used to go to Mission Beach, I guess, because it was the closer place. And man, there was some fucking drugs and shit out there. MTV was out there one weekend, and there was nothing but. I mean, you couldn't even get close to the stage without smelling all the weed and shit.
Christine!
Jim, what's up, Jim?
Christine, I tried to call your mom like 1,000,000 times today.
Yeah, she did. I heard it. What'd she say, Christine?
She may call you guys tomorrow, she said.
Called her. I left her a voicemail. I told her I was your friend.
I know, she called me and she said she may call you tomorrow. Either my mom or Dad will call you.
Good. Okay. Good. It only took 4 months. Now, listen, I just had one of the most bizarre phone calls I've ever had. You ain't going to believe this. So my phone rings, and there's a guy on the phone. He goes, "Is this Jim Terry?" I go, "Who is this?" And by the way, I got the phone call recorded. That's how weird it was. So I said, "Who's calling?" And he gives me a name. He says his name. I think he said his name was Steve. And he sounded younger, and I said, "Steve, how can I help you?" He goes, "Well, do you have the puppet?" And I go, "Who is this?" And I start laughing. He goes, "I'm calling about the puppet that you have." I says, "You're talking about the true crime puppet?" "Yes." "Well, what about him, sir? What can I do for you?" And I thought he had a channel, or maybe he saw it. I don't know what was going on. He goes, "You owe me some money." And I go, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "My name is Steve. I'm the guy you bought the puppet off of." And I says, "Okay, Steve, if I bought the puppet off you, where did I buy it off you at?" And he tells me, and he's right. And he says, "You ripped me off of $100, or maybe he said $50. I forget." I said, "Steve, what I remember is I came to your house. You brought the puppet out. It looked like you, the true crime puppet. You wanted 300. I showed you 200. You agreed, and I left." I says, "I have not heard from you in like 3 years." Now, the guy did call me one time about 2 months later at 3 a.m. and wanted $50 more. I think he's a drug addict. And he's about 20-something years old. So what happens after that is fucking insane. And then he's there with and I remember he was at his grandmother's house, He goes, well, you had me blocked. I says, I've never blocked anybody. I says, my phone number is on. I just answered it. I says, I wouldn't block you. I don't have a reason to block you. He goes, you blocked me on Facebook. You blocked me everywhere. I said, no, I didn't. He goes, you like ripping off kids, man? I go, how old are you? He goes, I'm 24. I go, you're not a fucking kid. I said, you sound like a drug addict. So then we start going back and forth, and I'm recording all this goodness. And I says, well, why were you living at your grandma's house? Like, I start going into an interview with him. He goes, what does that have to do with anything? I said, you seem like a drug addict to me. Where's your mom? He goes, I'm staying with my uncle right now. I go, put him on the phone. Puts his uncle on the phone. And that's where shit gets fucking crazy. I will be playing the entire call on the OTT on Friday, Mr. X. You're not going to want to miss this. This is going to be insane. So a guy that I bought the true crime puppet off of in 2022 still has my number, called me, and then and wants another $100.
Damn.
Give it to him.
Does he know it's on a show?
No.
Give it to him. I think you should.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that
Hey,
guy.
The puppets brought you a lot of fans. I love him. And
Oh, then he starts. Well, I don't want to ruin it. Then he starts threatening me. His uncle threatens me. It goes back and forth. It's actually pretty entertaining. But I've got it all recorded. We'll be playing that on the OTT. So yeah, the true crime puppet is. I thought he was going to call me and say, "Hey, listen, I was in a bad way. You know, I had a drug problem. That thing meant a lot to me. Would you, is there any way I could buy it back?" And I would say, "Yeah, sure, for $3,000."
Wait,
So, Christine, let me ask you this.
where you got more with
Are you sure there wasn't a hater that called you?
How you down?
No. Because I looked up the guy's phone number. I looked up where he was from, and no, nobody else knows the story. So no, it was not a hater, and he knew the price and everything. So no, he knew a lot of stuff that nobody could know. But Christine, what happened today? You got a call from your mom, and she said she got a call from me.
Yeah.
What'd she say? How did it happen?
No, she asked me who you were, and I told her.
What'd you tell her?
and-
Did you tell her he was your boyfriend?
No, I told her you were helping me on my channel, and you said to her you know my daughter. I'm a nice friend, and I just told her you were helping me do my channel. I mean, you were helping me to get people on my channel. I make
Yes.
about my YouTube channel. So I told her
It was weird that I called her. I mean, why didn't she just call me back? Why does everything take so long?
she needs to process this because she's really no, I told her.
I think we know who carries the gene in the family. Let me ask you
Process this. Yeah, you're acting somebody got like hit by a bus or something, and you got
No, right now
a phone call.
No, she is going through a lot of stuff right now.
What's
Just
going on?
saying.
What's
wrong with
Is she
it?
okay?
She just have a lot of health issues.
Does
What's
she have
going
a
on?
disability?
She just have a lot of health issues.
Does she have something called trichotillomania?
No.
Babesiosis? Was she diagnosed with babesiosis?
Jim, no.
Does she know who Jim is?
Yeah, she know who I am. She know I'm like.
Didn't you say before in the past you'd spoken to her about Jim? Sounds like she doesn't know him.
No, I told her about you. She knows about you. She knows about you. She said she will either my mom will call you or my dad will call you. Someone will call you and talk just to talk to you because I told her about about your show. She knows about about you helping me grow on my channel. I told her, and you were just helping me.
Yeah. I just want to tell her who I am and make sure that she knows everything, and you know what I mean. Hopefully, she understands that. Does she know how good looking I am?
No. Oh my God, just no. But don't mention financing, please.
I will
Dora.
not mention. I'm not going to mention any finances. But
Okay.
what if she wants? What if she wants me to FaceTime her and show her my penis?
She is not like that, Jim. Seriously, she is not like that at all.
Now, listen.
And I wish it was like privately. Don't. I'm just saying. I mean, I know. I heard you guys. I heard you guys. I watched. I did. I watched the replay when you called my mom over the phone.
Yes.
I just think it should just be privately.
All
Like,
right. I
don't.
will call. Well, whenever she calls me. I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah. Obviously, she's going to call me.
I mean,
Why does it need to be private? What's there to hide?
Oh, because of the haters, huh?
no, she just don't
I
like.
heard she's on Watch Your Crazy's channel right now. I heard your mom's on Watch Your Crazy's
I'll
channel.
be
right
back.
My mom doesn't have YouTube,
Yes, she does.
so how can she be watched? How can my mom watch? How can she watch YouTube? My mom doesn't have YouTube.
What is going on with your mom's health? Does she have the cancers?
No, she just having health problems, health issues. That's it.
How about Shark Hitter TV today? Was that fucking weird? Did you guys see him on my show?
I caught parts of it. Yeah.
Did you see where he got all violent and snapped, threatened to beat people up, and then he's got that guy in the back room?
Oh,
Oh my.
you're talking about his video. Yeah.
No, yeah. So Shark Hitter TV made that video, but then after he made that video, we brought him up on our show, and he showed us his brother-in-law with no legs wearing the diaper.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was fucking horrible.
Well, I know what it's like to take care of someone. I took care of my wife's father. He had to stay at our house, and I had to change his colostomy bag. You know, it was a job, man. It was a job. I can clearly understand where he comes from.
I would want to change. I want to change Christine's colostomy bag.
Yeah.
No, Jim. Actually, I'm going through a lot of health issues too. That's why I don't. Just saying.
Christine, what health issues do you have? You eat too many licorices. That's what your problem is. You're eating all the junk foods. Too much soda.
No, I have by this year.
Have what's called. What do you have?
No, I actually this year I had to go back for another procedure. Every year I have to go for a procedure.
What kind of procedure? What do you have? Where do they operate on? The vagina?
No, Jim.
Hello, Cheryl.
Butthole?
No, I have Barrett's esophagus. It can lead into cancer.
I'm sorry, you have what?
It can lead into cancer. Oh God, I have Barrett's esophagus. It's some treatment. It's kind of like every year they go down my throat and they have to go through my
They have to put a scope down her throat,
yeah. Thank
a
you.
camera, and all that to check it out.
Yeah,
Do you have a hiatal hernia, Christine?
Yeah.
Okay, that's where it started.
Yeah.
Then.
Well,
I'm sorry, hold on a second. You have
And
what's
they
it called
have to-
again?
She has a hiatal hernia. You have your esophagus. Your esophagus is attached to your stomach. Well, there's a flap.
She knows. She said she had the snuffleupagus.
No, I don't, Jim. No, I don't.
Yes, you did. Okay, then what do you have? What is it called, Christine?
Barrett's esophagus.
Snuffleupagus. That's what I said. This guy from the Sesame
my
Street.
God. Jim,
This guy's in your bedroom?
No. It can lead into no.
Snuffleupagus causes cancer? Is that what he did to Oscar the Grouch?
Oh, thank you, Cheryl.
No, homegrown. You don't know what it is, right? It's
Yeah.
Jim, can I see that picture again, Jim?
okay.
This is what Christine. I have to talk to Christine's mom and say she's seeing Snuffleupagus.
Oh, Jim, I've been going every year. It's every year I go, and I used to go every 3 to 6 months to burn my to burn it. But every year I have to go for a procedure every year.
There it is, Johnny.
There it is.
I brought it up. Snuffleupagus.
Oh,
So-
okay.
No, Jim. Funny.
Why do you mean the snuffy, Christine Fortunato?
Cheryl Detelio, thank you for the $10 super sticker. Let me play your song for you.
What?
Cheryl Detelio gave me $10.
Cheryl.
Cheryl Detelio gave me $10.
That's
Hey,
good.
you Cheryl.
She likes me to play her song every time she gives me $10. There you go. Hey, and Ian, I got a question for you, Ian. Ian, if you're still in my chat room, come on the panel. I got a few words I got to talk to you about something, man. I caught something in my eye on your show that I want to ask you about. So please come on the panel if you get a chance to, bro. I want to ask you a question.
Homegrown, what's going on with Danielle, Betty Hayward, and Twin Mama? They're fighting with Shaylee. Now they're fighting with this person. They were supposed to have this show where all three of them were going to go on together, but you never see Danielle on panel anymore. Then I'm getting some messages that there might be some infighting between the three women. And then I hear that Danielle wants to go on Friday night, but Twin Mama and Betty Hayward are too scared because that would go up against Fumble Nuts. What the fuck is going on? Because they have really imploded. I mean, they have blown apart.
I haven't been keeping in touch with them actually, but yeah, it sounds like you know they're what was it called? 3 Degrees. You know, they were supposed to go on and they haven't. I think from what they're saying, you know, it might be this weekend.
Oh, he got an attitude with me too. Ian.
But yeah, it seems like Danielle's being incognito. I think she's doing like Bill.
I heard Danielle hates Betty Hayward. Absolutely fucking hates Betty Hayward.
I don't see that, but I don't see that.
And they don't like the fact that Watcher of, and somebody said something about Watcher of Crazy. I guess they said, why'd you give her a link? Because she's kind of playing both sides against the middle. You know what I mean? She's talking to both sides because she doesn't want to pick a side. But yeah, that thing is a house of cards, man. But yeah, I heard that Danielle wanted to go on Friday nights, I think it was, and they won't do it because they don't want to go up against Fumble Nuts. And she's like, who cares?
I think it. I mean, this is my personal opinion, but she might not want to go up because of Eric. She might not really dig.
Oh, is it Eric Foss? Is that the issue?
I don't know. I don't know, but that's what I'm.
Cheryl Detilio said hi.
I want to say thank you to Cheryl Detilio. She came in with $10 like Christine did earlier today with the big cash app, Christine. Christine, I'm glad your mom's going to call me. I have a feeling that I'm going to be your new stepdaddy.
I don't know when, or either my dad or my mom. She said she'll call, or I mean.
Hey, Lady Divine.
That's what she says. So that's what she said to me today. Either my mom or my dad will call.
I also want to thank Rainbow Melon coming in with $1. Thank you, Rainbow Melon. Hard-earned money. I remember one time Rainbow Melon sent me 18 $1 cash apps in a row. Kept going ding, ding for like a half hour.
Yeah.
Carol H., I got a very nasty text message from your son today, by the way.
Uh-oh.
Didn't you try to call him or something?
Hey, Jim, would you like to know how many people we have, Jim?
How many?
137 people.
So I like to see, Johnny. Things are getting better.
You
I
got
did
a
talk
little-
to Belle V this week. Belle V is – I think Belle V's back on the sauce.
I don't know. I don't know. I think she's legitimately staying low for a reason. I think she's tired of a lot of this bullshit.
She's Kelly Ray right now.
Now, whether if she's drinking or not, I don't know.
I want to know how Betty Hayward can sit there on any sort of a panel with Lacey H in the chat when Lacey H shit on Betty Hayward as bad as it gets for 2 fucking years and then sent everybody but Santa her fucking pictures, her nudes. I don't get it. Now, Johnny, let me ask you this, Johnny. What happened to the guy that was taking a shit outside your house? He gone?
I don't know where he's at,
He
bro.
lost his poop spots off.
We blocked his poop spot. PZ blocked his poop spots off. He
And
blocked
we put
them.
Archie down there to watch him.
We put Archie down there to watch him.
How did you block it?
Let me show you. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna show you real quick. I'm gonna show you.
What he did was he got Jimmy Cockeye.
I'm gonna show you a picture of Archie. Hold on.
Hey, Homegrown, I was traveling a lot. Homegrown, I was traveling a lot this week, and I was listening. I like satellite radio, and I was listening to some of the newscasts. Is there some shit going on at the airports this weekend where flights were fucking grounded? There's glitches in the computer system. I guess something happened on Mother's Day in Newark and in Dallas and maybe one other major airport. It was like Hartford or something.
There you go, Jim. There's Archie.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Johnny, where did you get that?
From my hairdresser.
It was her beauty school doll.
It's her beauty school doll.
You gotta go to the top of the RCA building and throw that off with a body attached to it. Make it look like a person.
That would be awesome to do that too.
We had two.
We had two of them. We had two of these.
I like those.
And we put it down there. And we put it down there for. We put it down there for the poopers, for the guy that pooping to watch him.
Well, just show him Jimmy Cockeye and that'll run his ass off.
So
Jimmy Cockeye?
Yeah.
Christine, you're gonna get a surgery again? You have to, or they're just yeah, Christine likes that. Christine, you're gonna have to go get surgery?
Every year.
Not surgery. They don't do surgery, they're just gonna look at it, right?
Yeah, it's one with outpatienting. I come home that same day.
But this is in your throat, or this is when you say a hernia? I'm thinking down near your pelvis. Why is this in your throat?
Ian, just forget about Ian.
Because a couple, when was it? A couple years ago, I gagged on a piece of meat, and they have called
Are you gagged on a penis? What happened?
No. I gagged on a piece of meat, so I couldn't get up, so they had to do the Heimlich. So
hold on. You mean you were choking on a piece of meat? Was this at a restaurant?
Yeah.
And you couldn't breathe?
Yeah, couldn't. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's terrible. So then what happened? What did you do?
My mom and I, we kind of, we were out to dinner. I mean, we ate at a restaurant. They called the paramedics. So I was at the hospital, and then
somebody did the Heimlich maneuver to you in the restaurant. Did something pop out?
Yeah, finally, yeah. I couldn't breathe. So
were you scared you were gonna die?
Yeah, I was scared.
Was everybody at the rest? Did you ruin everybody's dinner? Like, was everybody all fucked up about it at the restaurant?
No, they were very concerned. I mean, the owner called they called the
manager of the restaurant.
yeah,
I think you did dinner for free if you did it, Jim.
yeah, yeah. The manager called the police and the fire department, and
What
they
restaurant was this at? Like Outback Steakhouse or fucking?
no,
Uh,
it was right
anything?
down. It was in my area. It was like
What's
a
it
small.
called? What's the name of the restaurant? I want to talk to them.
It's Daily Tree. It was like a little Daily Tree. It's a restaurant. It's like a small diner. I went to.
And you like getting steak there, Christine?
No, I no. I just had a piece of meat and didn't come up, and I was my mom was
Who did the
my mom
Heimlich
was,
maneuver? Just some guy that was eating there, or one of the
no.
cooks?
It was the cop. The cop finally did the Heimlich because uh, they tried. A lot of people try to to do it, but the cop did. And that night, my mom and I we went to the hospital, but I came home. But
Hold on,
that's
Cheryl.
that's why I have to go every year, because it could
Wouldn't it be better just to cut your meat smaller instead of having to go to the hospital every year? I would just cut my meat smaller.
No, I did, but I'm just saying it got stuck in. It just got very stuck. I couldn't breathe, so I was. It finally came out, but I'm just saying. Yeah, they
When
called
it came out, was it real? Did you pick it back up and eat it?
No, no, Jim, no,
If I was
no.
there when all that was going on, and if I would have been eating dinner, I'd have got up and left and just not paid the bill.
No, you would have French
I know
kissed
you
her.
wouldn't.
No,
Hey,
no.
Cheryl, tell you, Bug is doing fine. She's doing good. She's fine.
Oh, that's good.
But Jim,
Barry Wilson in here. Good to see Barry Wilson, Lady Divine.
you got a little feisty on your show today about messages on your phone. Is that-
I was getting all kinds of them. Like if it's about a show, like when Homegrown, when you text me or you call me, that's fine. I don't. I got people like it's Homegrown. If you text me Homegrown, like, hey, guess what? My wife sold a Mazda Miata today. I'd be like, who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? Like, why would you? But if you call me and said, hey, I'm going on at 7:00, I don't care about that. I got people contacting me about some goofy ass shit. Did you see the opening game as the Dallas Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagles, the 4th of September?
Yeah, I was told that day before yesterday, and I was like, oh shit, damn, Eagles going to kick our ass.
I'm sure to tell you. Hold on, Jim. Hold on, Homegrown. Shirley wrote me a question. She says, "How do you get her to drink water? My little girl, my girl won't drink water. I tried everything. I have given it to her through a syringe. We just get a bowl of water, and we put it right down in front of her, and she drinks it.
Feed her dry food.
And feed her dry food. Don't feed her wet food. Feed her
Dry food?
some dry food.
You know who should be eating wet cat food is probably Christine, so she doesn't choke on steak.
No, but I may sometimes I go every 2 years, every year. It just depends on the doctor, but it's like every year. It's just a procedure. Come home the same day. So, but I'm okay. I'm better because that's what they give me medicine for.
What kind of medicine do they give you?
Oh, just acid reflux thing. So if something, like I don't have it. It's just like a medicine just to make like it.
Hey, Paul.
I don't have to go back into the I don't have to go back into the hospital, but it just had to go. It's just like a pill, just like two. It takes like I take it twice a day just to make like twice a day. I take it just to. It's just like acid reflux I have too, so I don't have to go back. But it's better than it was.
Good.
Recently. Yeah.
Rizman.
Oh, I thought it was okay. Okay, sorry. Okay. I thought.
Liz, man, thank you, buddy.
Yeah, but it's fine. Well, I'm going to go because
You're not going nowhere. You're not going nowhere.
Work, Johnny. Ask her if her boss
tomorrow. What?
Is
What?
your boss
Please?
being nice?
What?
Is your boss being nice to you?
Are you having fun at work?
I'm working. I worked Monday. Still.
Was it fun?
Oh, it was boring. Not too many people.
It was boring.
It was
Nothing to do?
boring, but I worked.
I'm glad you're back at
What?
work.
What, PZ?
I'm glad you're back working again.
Oh, thank you. Me too. Well, I'm not gonna be around tomorrow, so that's why I need to go to. I'm not gonna be around all day, so I'll probably be in. Isn't tomorrow Angel's show tomorrow night? Right? Does
Right.
anybody know?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so I won't be home until after. I'm 9 to 6, 9 to 5, 5 to 6. So I'm not gonna be on YouTube, but I'll be in Angel's chat tomorrow night. So I'm just letting you guys know, and I'm going to sleep, and I just had to be somewhere early tomorrow morning. So do you want
All
to?
right then, Christine. You have a good night then, babe. Good night.
Okay.
All right, Christine.
Good night.
Go
Thanks for
Trump.
Good
having
night,
me.
Christine.
USA.
Good
USA.
night.
All
Get
right.
out of here. Get out of here.
I will. Bye.
Bye.
Oh shit.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been fun and real. It's been a good show tonight. We had some interesting people come up here tonight. Jim, Mr. X, Christine, and everybody else that came in here tonight. Thank you for the blessings that I got from everybody tonight. Rainbow Melon's one of them. Shirtatelio is the other one. And thank you so much for the donations that you guys gave. I really appreciate it. The show really appreciates it. And my new water speakers love it too. Look at that, a homegrown cowboy.
Yeah.
Have you seen it yet, homegrown? Let me show you. My new water speakers love it too. Look, homegrown. Look at it. Look at it, homegrown.
Yeah.
Look at Have you seen it yet, homegrown? Let me show you. My new water speakers love it too. Look, homegrown. Look at it. Look at it, homegrown.
Yeah. Looks like a
Have you seen it
flower.
yet, homegrown? Let me show you. My new water speakers love it too. Look, homegrown. Look at it, homegrown.
Yeah. Looks like a
Have you
flower.
seen it yet, homegrown? Let me show you.
Okay, so it moves when you talk.
Look, homegrown. Look at it. Yeah, they. Well, here comes Ian. Ian's coming up to the panel now. Ian, how you doing, bro?
I'm good. I'm saving my power. That's why my camera's not on.
Okay, hey man, I'm not trying to bust your balls or anything, bro. You're a good friend of mine, and everything. And I came across your show the other night, and I saw one person on there, and I said, "Oh no, please tell me it ain't so." And I rubbed my face, I rubbed my eyes, and it was true. What? Why, Ian? Why? She's bad. She's bad people to us, Ian.
Who?
Stiffy.
Oh,
He hasn't done anything wrong to me.
you don't like Stiffy? Yeah.
Okay, well, I was just asking, bro. You know what I mean? And you know, you're a good friend of mine, but I hope you're not going the hater route. You know what I mean? Because I love you, Ian. You're my friend.
I get that. Cool.
And you haven't done nothing wrong to me, man. But there's a lot of other people that might see that, and you know, there's a lot of people that does have problems with Stiffy. Like I'm one of them because she said a lot of bad shit about me and PZ.
It's Archie that did it.
Archie's the one that did it though, but still, it's just that this doesn't look good on that part. You know what I mean?
She's been nice to me. I haven't told you so much about her, Johnny. She's been nice to me. I went to her show. I talk to her a lot, but I don't know.
But anyway, so how about them Cowboys, Ian? You doing all right?
I'm doing good, boys.
So
I bought some
I thought I'll
syrup.
just ask you that question, Ian. That's all.
Fair enough. We're cool.
We're cool?
Yep.
Okay.
What about your buddy? What was her name? Hadn't seen her in a while.
Oh, Annie Banani?
Yeah.
I seen her the other day. I seen her on the day doing shorts. Oh my God, dude. She looks bad, bro. She looks really bad.
Annie Banani.
I see.
Yeah. So what else been going on, Ian?
Not much. Just chilling, you know. Same
Are you
old.
working hard, Ian?
Yet, have you?
Are you working hard, Ian?
Hardly. I will be soon. So.
Ian, you need to find your girlfriend, man. Uh-huh.
One day.
Yeah. Got to get out.
Yep. But when you live in the middle of the boondocks, where there's only a city about a half an hour away and no one in the countryside.
Reaper, I still like Stiffy and I still like Arky too, but Arky did lie on us a lot.
She lied about everything.
She lied about everything,
And
Reaper,
everyone believed her.
and everyone believed her, and you know, and we took good care of that young lady. And Homegrown was right here when we were taking. He wasn't here physically, but he was on the phone with her every time that we went and took her something to drink or something to eat. We were there for her, Reaper, and it just hurts our feelings because
why would he lie?
She lied. You know what I mean?
He wouldn't.
She lied. You know what I mean?
We offered her to stay here.
We offered her to stay here, everything, because we didn't know what she had or if she didn't have any money or not. You know what I mean? Because YouTube, you don't make hardly no money on YouTube. You know what I mean? Unless you're really, really that fucking good that you're going to make a lot of money, you know, and we were just trying to be nice and open our door to her and you know, but it backfired on us. That's all it did. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
So
PZ,
I stop all the, can I ask a dumb question? Is the syrup only done one time a year or year round where you're at, Ian?
Since I can't see the chat, I can answer that here. Syrup is typically done in April, and but we have it packed. We have it.
Reaper, I understand.
Yeah, we have it packaged so we can make it all year round, essentially.
You've got reserves, kind of like
yes, we do.
Oil reserves. Okay. Load it up.
Reaper, you get a big heart for me, Reaper. You get a big heart for me. I totally understand, Reaper. Here's your heart, girl. Here's your heart.
You know, I was looking at the. I don't mean to interrupt, but I bought some syrup yesterday, and I was looking through all the syrups. I saw Griff's, Miss Butterworth's. What's that? Slapjack, whatever the hell it is.
Liquid Gold.
I haven't heard that one, but they don't make Aunt Jemima anymore. What's the new name of it? They changed the name to something else, and I'm trying to figure out which one it is. Does anybody know?
Old Jemima, you mean?
Remember Aunt Jemima pancake syrup?
Aunt Jemima.
Aunt Jemima?
Anymore. We have Mrs. Butterworth.
No, Miss Butterworth was different than Aunt Jemima. Ain't your mama, whatever.
Ain't your mama?
I remember there was a log cabin, a tin log cabin with syrup in it too.
Yeah, I saw that one too, log cabin. But it's not thick enough. I like my syrup thick. When it gets hot, it gets, you know, thinned out and shit. No, nobody knows. I have to look.
No, I don't know. I don't remember.
I have to look it up. But they changed the name of Aunt Jemima because it was supposedly racist and all that shit.
Wow.
During the Obama years, yeah. Just like they changed the name of the Redskins. They changed
Rebecca.
the name.
Hi, Rebecca.
Pearl Mining Company.
The Pearl Mining Company.
And
Well, I'm gonna step out, boys.
so
I
that's
just figured, you asked me to come up, and I came up.
That's cool.
Thank you, Ian. I really appreciate it, brother.
You
Good
know
to
it.
see you again, Ian.
All right,
Come back around when you have time.
I will. All right, peace.
Peace.
All right, man.
I'm ready to shut it down too. I got to go for my walk.
There's no ladies in chat that want to date Ian. Come on now. Ian's a good guy. I know there's some good single girls out there.
Oh, but all the pretty chicks are twin mamas. Didn't you hear?
What do you say?
PZ said all the pretty chicks are at Twin Mamas.
That's what
Yeah.
Eric said last night.
That's what Eric Foss said last night. Bullshit. I got all the pretty women here in my chat right now. I got Sally, Barry Wilson, Sheridan Tillio,
Yeah.
Reaper, Rebecca Lynn, Texas Granny, Barbara Buffalo.
Spanky, okay.
Yeah, but you saw Archie and Twin Mama.
Fuck Archie and Twin Mama. Rainbow Melon. We got Rainbow Melon that's pretty. Sugar Plum.
Yeah, Cheryl looks pretty.
We got everybody. We got all the women that we need over here. We said Texas Granny, Carol H.
Can't tell.
All the
Barry.
pretty women. All the pretty women are over here in my chat. Now that's what I care about. Ace's mama. We're fugly hunchbacks. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Hey, you know what, ladies? You know what I'm gonna do for you, ladies? Hey, Spanky and Boise. You know what I'm gonna do for these ladies, homegrown?
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna do ladies' night for them.
Oh, me and you gonna take our shirts off again?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh shit.
We're gonna have ladies' nights for the ladies, and they can
Oh fuck.
they can come up on the they can come up on the panel. They can come up on the panel and express their feelings how they want to express themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ladies' night, and I'm feeling right.
That's right, Ace's mama. That's right.
Yeah, we're gonna have to bring some hunks up here so the ladies can enjoy the show.
Mr. Z, yay!
Yeah, we'll get Mr. Z up here and take his shirt off.
Yeah, we'll get Mr. Z up here to have him
He
take
got
his
some
shirt off.
guns. He can leave his mask on.
Show him Mr. X's guns and stuff. No cover charge at the front door.
I hear you, Cheryl.
Is Archie coming over later for some soup?
No, she's coming over for hot roast pie and COVID cookies.
Yeah. I'm going to the gym in a bit. We're about to close the show down, Mr. Z. We're about to close the show down.
Yeah.
Let me look.
I've got to wake up at 3:00 my time, Central Time.
Anybody that wants to send Johnny Yarborough a cash app or a super chat or super sticker, you're more than welcome to.
Or look for the thumb on the page.
Or look at the thumb on the case.
On the page.
On the page.
And hit it.
And hit the like button for me. Thank you everybody for coming over here. I really appreciate it. And good night. I love every single one of you guys. I'm gonna play the closing out song, and we're gonna get out of here. Okay. All right.
Sounds good. Everybody have a wonderful evening. And stay out of trouble, damn it.
Shop now. Bye. All right. Good night, everybody. God bless.